session 2 of Jesus the Healer, and today we're going to look at two stories that required great faith on the part of the people asking for healing. The story comes in both Matthew and Luke, and there's a slight variant in how the healings happen, but the faith shown by the two involved is the same. And so we're going to go to Luke's version. In this, a man named Jairus, the leader of the synagogue, came to Jesus and said, "Will you come with me and pray for my daughter? She's dying." And so Jesus started to go with him. We don't know anything about what this man believed about Jesus, but if you're desperate enough, you will seek whatever you think might work. But they were delayed on the way because there was a large crowd around Jesus, and a woman who'd been bleeding for 12 years and had not been able to get any help from anyone thought that if she just touched the hem of Jesus' garments, she'd received healing. And she managed to do this, and she was instantly healed. Jesus knew nothing about this woman until he felt power go out from him. And he said, "Who touched me?" And the disciples laughed and they said, "For goodness sake, they're all pushing around you." But Jesus knew this wasn't just an ordinary touch because he felt the healing power go from him. The woman was terrified to come forward. But when she did, Jesus' reply to her was, "Daughter, your faith has healed you." Because you see, Jesus didn't do anything. He didn't lay hands on her. He didn't command healing. It was simply her coming up, touching his garment. She was able to receive that flow of healing power. It was then at this point that some of Jairus' friends came and said, "Look, don't worry the teacher anymore. Your daughter has died." Jesus said, "No, don't be afraid. Just believe and she'll be healed." And so they continued on to the house. Now you wonder about this interruption by the woman. Was it just an interruption? I don't believe so. I believe that it was important for Jairus to see that the faith of this woman had enabled an awesome healing to take place. And that would have encouraged him. To be told it's too late, your daughter's died, would have been very discouraging. But he'd just seen the power of God to heal and how faith was so important. And that would strengthen his faith enough to continue the journey with Jesus. When they got to the house, the official mourners were in full wail, and Jesus said to them, "She's not dead." And they just laughed at him because they knew she was dead. So he kicked them out of the house. He said, "Get out." Because their lack of faith would have hindered the healing. And he went into the room and he raised her up. Faith is important for healing. But whose faith? Well, it's not necessarily the person who wants the healing, although that is a very important part. There has to be faith, but there has to be faith on the part of we who pray for healing. The truth is that it's Jesus who works through us. We need the faith to believe that Jesus will work through us. It's nothing to do whether we're good at healing or not good at it. It's all to do with allowing Jesus to work through us.
Lord, you lead me by the still waters, quietly restoring my soul. You speak words of wisdom world